Hello and welcome back to The Rundown. I'm your host, Matthew Stell, and we're so glad that you've decided to tune back in with us today. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get started. 41 Democrats in the United States Senate have decided not to support and will filibuster President Trump's Supreme Court nominee, Judge Neil Gorsuch. As many of you know, a nominee must need at least 60 votes in the Senate to be appointed to the nation's highest court. With this news, Senate Republicans will now have to consider using the nuclear option, which would lower the amount of votes needed to confirm a Supreme Court justice from 60 to a simple majority of 51. If the nuclear option is invoked, it would break the bipartisan tradition that the U.S. Senate has been historically known for when confirming individuals to the judiciary. Many Republicans refer back to the 2013 session when Senate Democrats, who at the time were the majority party, invoked the nuclear option to confirm judges to lower courts more easily. Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina supports the nuclear option, but also said that this is going to haunt the Senate and that this is truly unnecessary. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer said the administration is very disappointed with the Democrats' decision to filibuster the nominee. Many Senate Democrats, especially Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, believe their stance is in retaliation to the Senate Republicans not confirming President Obama's Supreme Court nominee, Merrick Garland, last year to replace Justice Antonin Scalia, who died in February. The Senate will attempt to vote to confirm Gorsuch within the upcoming weeks, but of course we will all be watching that very closely. Earlier this week, a bomb exploded in a Russian train station in the city of St. Petersburg. The homemade device was filled with shrapnel, killing 11 and injuring 4 of the others. A suspect has not been found, but Russian investigators, along with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who just so happened to be in St. Petersburg at the time of the bombings, are still looking for answers and a possible suspect. Bringing it a little closer to home, on Monday, April 3rd, Harris County Deputy Constable Clint Greenwood was fatally shot and killed in an ambush attack outside of the Baytown Courthouse. Greenwood has served in law enforcement for over 30 years and also served in the district attorney's office as a prosecutor. The suspect in Greenwood's murder is still on the loose, but surveillance video has identified the getaway vehicle as a 4-door black compact car. Greenwood is survived by a wife and 4 children, so prayers with his family. And also on Monday night, the North Carolina Tar Heels got a taste of redemption, winning the NCAA Men's Basketball National Championship in Phoenix, Arizona. As many of you may remember, North Carolina faced off against Villanova last year in the national championship, losing by a buzzer beater. Overall, the Final Four teams were not very popular amongst those that had brackets. 657 brackets out of 18.8 million brackets chose the right 4 teams. While I was not that lucky, this is UNC's 6th basketball championship and 3rd for their coach, Roy Williams. March Madness is officially over, but we can all agree it was a fun ride. Well, that's all we have for today. But before we go, I want to leave you with a quote from Anonymous. It says, "A cultivated mind is the guardian genius of democracy. It is the only dictator that free men acknowledge, and it is the only security that free men desire." Once again, thank you for joining me, and for all of us here at Coug TV, I'm Matthew Stell, and we'll see you next time.